Hi everyone, so we're going to use Visual Studio Code here to set up a brand new project. So I'm just going to open up a brand new terminal here. And then I'll just add in, or I'll go to my desktop, create Expo app, npx create Expo app, and I'll just call it Expo safe area. Okay, so now that we have our folder here on our desktop, we're just going to drag it here into Visual Studio Code, and I'm just going to expand this Visual Studio Code here, and we can see here we got our application app.js ready to go, and I'm just going to run this so then we know that it's working. So before we actually run the Expo command, we have to open up our Android Studio in order to make it connect. So right here, I'm just opening up Android Studio because it needs to be open first before you run the Expo command. And again, we're just going to go more actions, Visual Device Manager. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the Pixel 3a. I just like that view for some reason. Alright, so we got our Android Studio open and we got our code ready. So I'm just going to go to my terminal, new terminal, and I'm just going to run the command npx expo start. And when it's loaded, you're going to see here we can open with Android. And here, reload app is really important in case your application gets stuck. You just hit the R command on your keyboard. We're just going to click A on our keyboard, and it's going to open with Android. So it should be able to automatically detect that we have an Android device open. And you can see here our application is ready to go. It says open up app.js to start working on your app, just like what it says here. So right now it's all centered, but I want to show you the safe view. So I'm just going to first remove this part right here. It says style equal styles.container because this styles is coming from down here and it's using flex, which is fine. But I just want to show you what happens if I get rid of that style and I save it. So if it doesn't automatically reload, you can always hit R on your keyboard, R, and then it'll reload the application. There we go. So do you see here the text right now is like in that top bar right here, it's overlapping where I believe the time is supposed to be there and some other icons here. So you can see that it is not following the standards of the safe area view. So the safe area view, let me show you. If we take a look at this PowerPoint here, safe area view is like this blue area. So it's where you're able to actually see the information properly, and then it's avoiding those areas like the top area and a little bit at the bottom area. So then none of the texts or icons overlap one another. So this is going to be very important when you're developing your application. So what we're going to do is we're going to run a few command lines to fix this. So I've provided the command lines in the PowerPoint slide in the note-taking area for the presenter. And here I'm just going to close this server right now. I'll just hold Control C or Command C on your computer, and then here it'll stop the server. I'm going to run some commands to install the safe area portion, and I have a few more items here that it may install at the same time, but it's fine. Just install what I've given you. So I just copied and pasted it here. It's going to install all these areas. The most important is the safe area content, safe area context, and React Native screens. So enter. Perfect. And then I'm going to also install this other area for native screens and safe area context. So I'll paste it here in the terminal as well. So I have this React Native screens and React Native safe area context. Enter. So the problem is that we forgot to actually put the safe area view around the actual text. That's why it's not working. So we need to put safe area view, which is actually its own tag, around this entire portion. And we also need to import this at the top. So import safe area view from React Native safe area context. So this is going to actually help with placing it directly in a safe area. So I'm just going to save it. And I'll do npx expo start. So what I'll do now is once it's loaded, I will just hit A to open it up with Android. And I'll just hit R for reloading the app so it reinstalls. And there we go, it works now. You can see that that red bar that with the text is not underneath all of that time and all these other icons at the top. So this is now in the safe area. So now we know that whatever text we put in between the safe area view, it's going to make sure that nothing is overlapping it.